All right, welcome to Smokey's UK Rap Files. I'm your boy Journalist, and on this one we have the man himself, 0161 Manny on the map, Bugzy Malone. We are here to see his part 3 of his Fire in the Booth. This is Fire in the Booth, Great Britain. It's the only one I actually rock with at this point, but that's neither here nor there. Thank you for your time. If you could, please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and let's see what this man got for us today.
Had to go deep to remind these other rappers when your fire in the booth is the most viewed, you have to do a trilogy.
He's on fire!
JFILES Freestyle.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah!
Perfect.
Oh man, it's got to that all-important time of the show once again, yes sir? And this ain't no normal moment. It's a special moment.
Yeah, nah, I already remixed that man's trilogy bar. Because if your Fire in the Booth is the most viewed, then you got to burn it into then your third got to, got one. I got one. I got to hit a bar though, fully.
A moment that created a moment.
I don't care about none of this shit. I want to hear this nigga rap, cuz.
Right.
Now it's time!
Time is we hear this, right?
Yo, them the Glide officials right there. You see that nigga gloves? Oh, tell me niggas ain't trying to go on a glide with those. Them gloves look nice.
Now it's time to rumble!
Yeah. Fucking Bugzy Malone.
Come on, man!
You know?
Scare bugs!
Fire in the booth. Big Charlie Slough.
Big Bugzy!
Love you,
Bugzy!
brother.
I love you, my guy.
Yeah. What we saying, part 3, yeah?
Part 3.
Trace.
Yo, look, I built an empire and I've been ruthless with it. I mind you, Will Smith without Jada Pinkett. I'm Dr. Dre, I do science in my lab.
What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does that even mean? Imagine Will Smith without Jada Pinkett. I don't know what that fucking means. Like, Will Smith without Jada Pinkett, that nigga's not more of a savage. Like, he's not more streamlined in Hollywood. Like, I don't understand that bar. As an American, I'm just like, I don't get it. That it's just like words that just sound good.
Yo, look, I built an empire and I've been ruthless with it. I mind you, Will Smith without Jada Pinkett. I'm Dr. Dre, I do science in my lab jacket. But love's just not scientific. And if I really am that prolific, and by prolific I mean if I really am the asset, wait, let me be specific. If I'm the one that's gonna drive a message home through dialogue or even through a poem, let me know. Right place, wrong time, now I'm sitting on my own. The ego's like a dog, I must have give the dog a bone. On a late night motorway journey in my zone, I thought, hold up, why don't I make him a cologne? Did he love me for my soul or the color of my skin? It's funny when your goal is the reason for your sin. There's room at the table but the ice is getting thin, and therefore no one's disagreeing with the king, or it's off with their head, off with their head. See, it's never off with my head. I've already bled people from the bottom of the people that I represent. There's only one king in the north and I'm thoroughbred. Comes with a pool and a sauna when you're killing it. Listen to the lyrics that I keep in my distillery. Had to go deep to remind these other rappers when your fire in the booth is the most viewed, you have to do a trilogy. Sharp like the thinking of a...
Nah, yeah, when your Fire in the Booth is the most viewed, then you gotta burn the third into their memory. That's the bar. That's the bar right there. That's what he should have said. Because the third, you got to burn that one into their memory. Because them first two, that's cool. Man, don't got to do a trilogy. But if you do a third, that third needs to be burned into their memory. Because that means that it was exceptional enough to outdo the first two. But that's just me. That's just me just putting a little remix on it.
The rappers, when your fire in the booth is the most viewed, you have to do a trilogy. Sharp like the thinking of a therapist. CEO means that you don't need a ventriloquist. Rappers sign 80% of them.
Chatting shit. Most CEOs are actually just puppeted individuals that actually aren't actually the people we think they are, and they are taking the credit and ideas of people either underneath them or of the COO. There's the chief operating officer? Yes, of the COO of a corporation. It's chatting shit It's chatting shit.
CEO means that you don't need a ventriloquist. Rappers sign 80% of the majors in case you've forgotten what a puppet is. I was sat with Jordan B. Peters. We had a chat about some heavy psychology. You took a picture for the gram, Jordan B. Peters. We had a chat about some heavy psychology. You took a picture for the gram and then he followed me. If David listened to Goliath, could he too have grown into a giant? Fucking Bugzy Malone.
Bugzy Malone!
No, he could not have grown into a giant. That's a shit bar. That's just shit bar. I'm sorry. If David had to listen to the Goliath, could he have grown into a giant? No, nigga. No, the fuck he couldn't have. Goliath wasn't giving lessons, nigga. He was killing folk. Just running out, like cutting about, just causing a whole ruckus. That shit don't even make no motherfucking sense. I conceptually understand what he's saying, that sometimes if you can humble yourself and listen to the others that are bigger than yourself, then you can grow into something much larger than yourself. I get it conceptually, but the way that he has decided to present it in the bar, that ain't it, my brother. That ain't it. Nope. However, overall though, he is cooking this. I take issue with like 3 bars out of, we'll say like 45, so take that as you will, but overall though, it's a good start.
Yes.
And I really like the very first bar of this. That first bar is really good.
Hey, bro!
You go again, watch this.
He's hitting up!
Go ahead.
I really love them, but I can't be their meal ticket. Imagine Bobby Brown if he didn't have a Whitney. I can't believe he sent his hitters out to come and get me. I'm paranoid, I'm dangerous when I'm nervous.
Again, my American brain and my being raised in American culture says Bobby Brown made motherfucking Whitney Houston. Whitney didn't make Bobby. Did Bobby love the dirty draws that Whitney Houston had? Sure. Rest in peace to the OG. But Bobby Brown made Whitney Houston. So the whole, like, what is he talking about? How do y'all perceive Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown in the UK? Is like Bobby Brown just like chopped liver and Whitney Houston is like the big thing? Because then if that's how it works in the UK, then that makes total sense why his bar is constructed that way. But like to my American brain, since he's using American like superstars, what? Imagine Bobby Brown if he didn't have Whitney. He'd still be fucking Bobby Brown, nigga. What are you talking about? Like Whitney Houston might not still be Whitney Houston. Like that's the difference here.
I can't believe he sent his hitters out to come and get me. I'm paranoid, I'm dangerous when I'm nervous. Before the installation of the cameras, I was watching clowns like I'm looking through the curtains of a circus. But from the 6-1, there's always murders. So we keep the chair leaned all the way back on purpose. Why should I pull up and jump over hurdles? The crib costs just under 3 and 6 zeros. The distance in between me and these.
Jeez, 3 million on his nails. Shout out to this nigga. A round of applause.
For hurdles, the crib costs just under 3 and 6 zeros. The distance in between me and these rappers keeps growing because we sell trainers at Christmas. That list of all times with me in the vehicle.
I'm very picky on Bugzy's bars. I do this with everybody. However, I love the fact that like music is just an avenue to all the other shit that he's doing, and I love that shit. Like the bar he had where he's like, I was just riding along on the M-way. Thought about why doesn't man make a cologne? I love niggas that do shit like that. So, like, I respect a lot of his business moves, but I'm judging him like I would judge any other rapper. So when certain bars don't make sense, nigga, we calling those out. But god damn it, is he shitting on niggas? That niggas selling trainers at Christmas. Fuck. I want to sell trainers at Christmas, nigga. I'd like to just sell some of my merch. Fuck.
Hollywood, I had a feeling I was a hero. I'm Robert De Niro. The spinning back fist in Operation Fortunes got me looking sub-zero. I was gonna be a robber like you. I was gonna train hard, same time, plan every slight move. Organized crime correlates with my IQ. You have to be clever in a criminal.
That's a fire bar. Organized crime correlates with my IQ. Yeah. I don't even think it's a haiku, but if he had to use haiku for the next punch, that would have been crazy. Oh, or if he had did a haiku before and just ended with haiku, that would have been crazy.
Every slight move, organized crime correlates with my IQ. You have to be clever in a criminal endeavor. By now I thought I'd be on my toes. Instead I'm on a boat out in Monaco. I saw McGregor on the dock, I had to say hello. Dons recognize dons, that's the way it goes. Flicky on the waistband, that's the way of life. When I joined the gang, didn't think I'd pay a price. You live with PTSD if you stay alive. You can see the souls of the fallen soldiers in my tired eyes. Choking, I couldn't cry though, my tears were frozen.
That's a good one too.
When I joined the gang, didn't think I'd pay a price. You live with PTSD if you stay alive. You can see the souls of the fallen soldiers in my tired eyes. Choking, I couldn't cry though.
Stay alive, tired eyes. And the way he stuck that one in there on that bar, that's what make it cold. Is like it's a force, but not a bad force. It's like I gotta get this bar within this measure. But if I get it in within this measure, it really syncs up with the bar before, and it really extenuates the message I'm delivering at the time.
Stay alive, you can see the souls of the fallen soldiers in my tired eyes. Choking, I couldn't cry though, my tears were frozen. Cold, so I greet my rivals with no emotion. Chose not to watch them die slow, I had to ghost. Please give me a couple explosions, cause there's no more bailiffs at the back door. I just spent 20,000 on the front door. I got real marble on the table. Now I'm making a fragrance, I'm gonna do the lid in rose gold, it's too late. Now I treat the industry like a playground. Be Malone creps, always blowing up my paper. The house of vision got me dreaming in the day now. MEN's a bona fide protein shake. Now the bank contacts me more than my best friend did. Abandonment issues kicking when shit's ended.
That's a good motherfucking life. Cause say your man's is hitting you all the time. Like it's still day one energy. That's a lot of phone calls between me and my man's in a day. So if the bank costs me more than that, and there's positive phone calls, Jesus Christ, jeez. Shout out to this nigga, man.
The house of vision got me dreaming in the day now. MEN's a bona fide protein shake. Now the bank contacts me more than my best friend did. Abandonment issues kicking when shit's ended. As a kid when I was kicked out, I was offended. As a young man, I felt violent and tempted to bang on my enemies until the clip's empty. Discipline, now I have selective memory. My lawyers are the best at breaking them down gently. Envy, the day I got my super sport Bentley. Malice, the day they heard I was gonna be earning. Cabbage, I heard his sentence is gonna be 30. Lavish, is it a mansion? I couldn't be certain. I just know these rabbits in the garden. Every day's a trip, like I'm with a DMT shaman. I'm in the boardrooms, I know the business jargon. I studied all the Roman generals, I'm built different. But Rome wasn't built in a day, I'm still charging. I always say please.
It's again, it's just the fucking knowledge I have in my head is why I come across as a nippy cunt when I do this. And I understand this, but I have to say the shit that comes to my brain. All them Roman generals lost to a fucking African general named Hannibal. I don't give a fuck. Them niggas lost, cuss. What the fuck? Like, what? No. My nigga lost due to fucking trying to cross a mountain, though. It was a sad move for my nigga. But still, though, like, the Roman generals have written history that has given them a far more favorable outlook on battles and wars than what we'll say the other people that they fought and actual history that we have found out later from some of these Roman generals. Because some of these niggas get smacked around. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of better, we'll say, practitioners of war than just a Roman general. Like, what's it called? Not even Roman. Fucking Alexander the Great's not even Roman. He's Macedonian. Like, there's so many better generals than just niggas from Rome. Like, the fuck? I don't know. This, again, is just the shit that's in my brain that I'm just like, that's not really a bar that makes sense. Like, on the surface, it does make sense. Largest empire outside of, fucking the Ottoman Empire at a particular point. Like, it makes sense on a certain level, but just no. Like, overall, to me in my brain, I'm just like, it doesn't.
Thank you, pardon, I'm famous, but that don't mean that I have forgotten. I have to thank God, cause all I ever wanted was a swimming pool with my name written in the bottom. These rappers talk shit like we're on the same level. I'm the headmaster. Think of the lessons that I taught them. It's the great British dream when your land is like a meadow. I used to sleep on a spare bed in Higher Broughton. Fucking Bugzy Malone.
Bugzy Malone in the building!
Why he end it so rough?
Recognize yet? I don't know.
He's on fire! He's on fire!
Did he recognize yet? I don't know. They might not. Look, So white, black, and brown in the ghetto that raised me. I used to wear Batman PJs as a baby. 25,
right.
I bought a matte black Lamborghini. Back when 210 was just an 8 for my savings. Now 210 just a crate full of trainers. An axe under the bed, 50 on my calculator. You need crocodile teeth in a pool full of gators. We lived in a crop, but we didn't grow potatoes. I ran it like a shop, I had workers, wages. Bagging up, we watch gangster movies from the 80s. Paid in full, had me hustling for status. New Jack City had me living hella dangerous. I've gambled with...
Fuck is he talking about? Paid in full. 1998. New Jack City. Think that's 1990. Like, these are not 80s drug films. They're not even set in the fucking 80s. Well, no, Paid in Full is set in the 80s. But, like, they're from the 90s. So is the bar drug movies that were in the 80s or not? Like, I'm just... These movies don't seem to be correct for the punch.
With my life, but I've never been to Vegas. I jumped out with an axe, but it never made the papers. The great British dream broken down into stages. Stage 1, make it, maintain it.
Perfect.
Do they recognize you? I don't know, they might not. Wow. Do they recognize you? I don't know, they might not. Look. Wow. Do they recognize you? I don't know, they might not. Listen. I put money on the map, this time we'll do Great Britain. Fucking Bugzy Malone, the album's coming 2023. Wow!
All right, overall, fire as fuck. I'm going to say 7.8. I'm taking points off just because certain bars don't line up to me. But overall, I'm going to give it a solid 8. This is a solid 8. It's actually probably my favorite fire in the booth. Not from him, but from this setup that Charlie has. Because I don't like none of the fire in the booths in there. Like, they just all seem so fucking fake and plastic. Like, they don't have the same heart they had when he was in the BBC studios. That's just me, though. But overall, though, back to the freestyle, it's a nice third one. But I can guarantee you, every one of you motherfuckers is going to tell me the first fire in the booth and the second fire in the booth was way better. I guarantee it. Unless you're a new Bugzy Malone fan, I don't even think, if you're a real Bugzy Malone fan and you haven't heard the first and the second of his Fire in the Boost, don't come chat to me about what you think about this, because you got your own homework to do. But if you've heard all three of these, you may not like most of my comments in this that I'm being very particular on, but the thing that we can agree on is 1 and 2 is smoking this. However, as a Bugzy fan, I am very happy to see the continual growth in his career and all the money my nigga making. So I want that shit to continue. And if he does find a way to finesse to turn out to be the first person to truly cross over from the UK into the American market, that boy is a tactician. Because, boy, the way he baited that nigga Chip out and then used that shit to establish his career and then just super zoomed that motherfucker and has not let off the gas since, I respect the fuck out of that shit.
Bugzy Malone in the building! What? Starts being people having rap. Moment.
I don't care about none of that shit. You just chatting shit, Charlie. You putting gas on shit. I'm not hearing no more of that shit. But overall, good fire in the booth. Shout out to Charlie for the platform. Shout out to Bugzy for doing this, because at this point, man's big enough he doesn't have to. So shout out to that man for doing this. Thank you guys very much for your time joining me on this one. If you could, please hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.